Hello everyone and welcome to our mega preview for all the winners to be found from Moonee Valley, Mornington and Sandown this upcoming weekend as we take a look back at last week. Do we really have to? Didn't spend a lot but didn't return anything, which was poor. I wasn't too confident last week anyway, so I'm not going to be too down on that. I'm confident more this week, so we'll see how many winners we can get. Race number 5 at the Valley is the Entry Education Stakes for the 3-year-olds over the 1600 metres, and I'm with the only filly in the race. I reckon this horse represents good value in Autumn Angel, and this was its last start run at the Valley, where it started an odds-on favourite against Fists of Fury, so its starting price profile is absolutely amazing. And now for this stakes, you're getting $8 about this horse. We're picking it up from the 600. You can see that it gets halted for all its momentum at about the 300 metre mark and isn't able to pick itself back up enough in time to get the victory. If you look at the patrol car footage from the opposite side of the track, you can see that it's taking ground off Fist of Fury late, which means I think it's not going to be a query at the 1600 metres. From gate 1, it just has to jump the gates for me. If it's worse than midfield in run, I'm not confident at all being at Moonee Valley, but if it jumps well and Billy Egan can put it in a position, I reckon it's a really good chance and a good horse. Now taking a look at race 1 at Mornington, it's the Gian Gets His Maiden BM handicap. 3-year-old benchmark 64 over the 1000 metres, and the one I like here is not the hot favourite Pride of Sullivan. It's undisputed, and this was its maiden win on debut at Moe over the 1014 metres, where it just held off the late challenger of Grinzinger Ace to win. Showed tremendous determination to hold on. I think the step back from 1014 to 1000 only enhances its chances. It's an out-and-out leader, so from gate 7 and the claim for Wiremu Pin can speed across to the front. Pride of Sullivan probably sits on its outside, but undisputed, this is a very quality filly from the Anthony and Sam Freeman yard, and it could just keep going, and I think it's too big of a price compared to Pride of Sullivan at the moment. Jumping ahead to race number 7, it's the R.M Ansett Classic over the 2400 metres at listed level. A quality race at Mornington every year, and I'm with Born a King, and I'm quite confident on Born a King. A lot of the experts have been saying that the 2400 might find this guy out. It won't. It's placed once from 1 at the 2400, storming from the back. This horse will get the 2400, and I've said this for a long time because Mornington's my local track. I know it inside out. Horses from interstate over a staying trip that come to Mornington always win. And this horse, Born a King, trained over in Sydney by Chris Waller, comes over to Victoria, it'll win. Was satellite last start at the Valley behind Young Verda and just peaked on its run late. Now, I think fitter, 5th up from gate 7 can be around midfield or an on-speed roll, depending on which way Bo Mertens and Chris Waller decide to play it, and I reckon this horse is the best horse in the field and should get the job done. Race number 1 at Sandown is the Fierce Impact Pedigree Physique Performance. A mare's benchmark 70 over the 1400 metres, and I like the favourite here in Wishlaw Lass. I think it will be very hard to beat. Has to lump the weight, but it's a classy horse, and at benchmark 70 level, this horse looks very hard to beat. We're looking at its last start run behind Starlight Scope at Sandown, where it settled in an on-speed roll and was relegated around the corner back to worse than midfield and stormed home late. Thought it was a very good run first up. Second up will be fitter. Gate 4 on speed, down in class. J Carr sticks with it. I think it's going to be extremely hard to beat, and I think it could nearly start odds on by the time we get to Sunday at Sandown. It's a really good horse. It's that time of the week, it's last man standing, and nothing's really changed from a leaderboard perspective. I lost $6 last week. I had 20 each way on Militarize, and that was the only collect out of the 3 of us. As we see what we're doing this week, Sky High Horse Racing is having 50 the win on Forgot You, and then a $100 win multi. Amelia's Jewel, Imperatriz, Scampi, and also Antino, and then we'll move on to what I'm doing. I'm going for it a bit. I'm having 75 the win Autumn Angel, also having 30 each way on Redina in the Epsom up in Sydney, and then a $65 win multi, spoiler alert, Wishlaw Lass into Forgot You on Sunday at Sandown. And then Geordie, he's having 100 the win on Armed Forces, his favourite horse, and 100 the win on Scampi. So that's what we're doing this week. Race number 7 at Sandown is the Q Clean handicap over the 1800 metres, and I think this horse will win. and it's one of my best from the weekend. I'm really confident in Forgot You, and this was its last start run in the Feehan Stakes. Behind Pinstriped and Attrition, this was a Group 2 level. It steps back to the handicap level here, so it's a big drop back in class, and it's down in weight. This was at weight for age level, so 59 down to the 57.5. Third up in distance to the 1800 metres, big track at Sandown. Blake Shin rides, gate 6 midfielder on speed, gets a nice flying run into the race. I think this horse will absolutely trot in. And will start shorter by the time it gets to Sunday. That's one of my best from the weekend. I'm really confident on Forgot You, but that's going to do it for this week's edition of the preview. I'll see you next week to do it all again for a blockbuster Turnbull Stakes Day.